For this short video, I'm going to go over the changes that have been made to your advocacy project. So again, it has gone from a group project to an individual project. So we'll go over to Moodle now, and I will go over those changes with you. So before I get to that, just want to point out that I did post a short video on the organization now for the online course. So take a few minutes to check that out when you have some time. And then I will be posting this video on the guidelines here for you as well that you can refer back to. So we'll go into the guidelines and discuss those here. So for this project, again, you're developing an advocacy campaign around the health disparities and social injustices faced by a specific population. So you can use the exact same population that you were doing as a group, or if you did not like that population and you want to change, you can do so and just let me know by next Thursday, March 26th. Okay, so you still have an option to change your population. In this campaign, in addition to the disparities and social injustices, you also want to look at strategies and potential solutions to the issue. So I'll go over that a little bit more and how you'll show that. The components that you'll have, some are similar, but they've been changed a little bit from the group. So in your final presentation of your campaign, you're going to have a brief paragraph introduction to the population you are targeting and really why others should care about this population group and why we should pay attention. So really grab your audience's attention here in the introduction. Then is the kind of background overview and significance of your population. So this is where you have the detailed description. This is a minimum of 1 full page to 2-page description. And this is about the health disparities, the injustices, but also those solutions and strategies. And pick solutions and strategies that are specifically going to address the disparities that you're pointing out as well. So you have already written 2 pages about your population earlier this semester, so you can use that and then revise it, improve it based on the recommendations I made, or if you have questions about it, let me know. But so you've got a big chunk of that part done already. The next part is going to be your goals and objectives. So you need at least 1 goal and 3 learning objectives related to your activities. So again, you can use and modify the goals and objectives that were used as your group project. Now, the biggest change, the goal is probably going to be about the same. The learning objectives may be different because they're not, people aren't going to necessarily be participating in that activity in Drysdale or that educational interactive activity, but they're going to watch, maybe they're going to watch your commercial or view your social media posts, that type of thing. So you can still create learning objectives around your campaign. So the next thing that you're going to have are campaign talking points. So we're going to talk more about this later in the semester when we talk about advocacy and lobbying and policy. But this is really just an area of 6 to 8 strong talking points. They can be bulleted out in this, and they may be statistics or other evidence-based statements of the disparities and injustices. These need to be cited. So each separate one needs to be cited, and you need to use a minimum of 3 different sources for these and cite them for each one. But these are, if you're talking to someone and you really want them to know how bad this issue is or what disparity that population is affected by, you have these talking points that you can refer back to. These are also going to be really helpful for creating your campaign activities. So that's where you're going to create some social media posts and 1 commercial presentation. So your social media posts, you need 2 appropriate and catchy hashtags, 1 tweet, and 1 Facebook post. If you want to do more, feel free, but that's the minimum. Include some images, and if there's links where appropriate for those. Especially want to see an image with your Facebook post. The commercial presentation, okay, so this is going to take a little bit more time, and I think if you have the rest of your materials developed, your description and your talking points, then that would be the time to start working on your commercial. And so this is going to be a 1 to 2 minute presentation, and where you're going to explain the problem in more detail, highlight some of those talking points, and you want to end with strategies or where people can go for more information or how they can take action to help reduce these disparities for your population. There will be more information on how you're going to post those. So you will be posting those to a discussion board at the end of the semester, and we will be looking at those. Students will have to, we'll all be looking at each other's but I will provide more details on that a little bit later this semester. But really be creative. You can use voiceover with slides, PowerPoint slides. You can do it as a commercial. You can enlist family members or pets or whatever you need to do to be creative in how you do your commercial. And then finally, don't forget that reference list. You need 5 evidence-based resources and use APA format. Only cite references that are cited in your project. So that's how your campaign will look. And then if you go in, there's a grading rubric just to kind of show you how to organize it. But this is 100 points, 25 points is coming from just overall quality. And then 10 points on the description, 10 points on those goals and objectives, 10 on your advocacy talking points. Making sure you're hitting on strategies, solutions, and recommendations is 10 points. Social media points are still 5. Still want to make sure you do those. Commercial is 10, so that's a big one. And then finally, your references. So you can see kind of how things are graded. So if you have any questions or you want to change your population, please let me know, and I will get this video on Moodle here shortly. So thank you, and have a good rest of your day here. We'll get out of here. I'm still getting used to this, guys.